Hi everyone, this is Bonnie from Backward Story and welcome to another edition of Mad About Nails. This week I was lucky enough to attend a local stop on the Young Authors Give Back tour with Kat Zhang, Susan Dennard, and hopefully you can see that one because it's a little bright outside today, Erin Bowman and Maas. And I decided to paint my nails to look like the books from the authors that were going to be at the tour. So I took an element of each of the books to create this hand and this hand. And what I did was I looked at the puzzle piece design that is for the Kat Zhang books, and on each of my accent nails I tried to replicate a puzzle piece. When I created an image, they didn't come out looking quite like puzzle pieces because I was in a hurry. I had fallen asleep early the night before and wound up having to do my design the morning of, so my nails didn't come out the way I wanted, but they don't look too hideous, I guess. But anyway, the puzzle piece design came from Kat Zhang. The pale background, the undercoat of the French came from Susan Dennard. You can kind of see her skin there and how pearly pale it is, so I tried to pick a color like that. And then for Taken by Erin Bowman, I took the orange, yellow, green, and blue out of it, and I created the 4 colors that I used on this nail. And then for Maas, for Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight, which is coming in August, but I was lucky enough to get an ARC at the Book Expo of America this past week. I took 2 colors from each of the 2 books to create this. I took the blue and the purple from Throne of Glass and the red and the pink from Crown of Midnight to form the colors on this hand. So I managed to get a little bit of all of the books I had onto my nails, and I will show you how I did that. This is all of the nail polish I used to make today's design possible. I started with my new favorite base coat, Orly Bonder, and when I finished everything, I finished with my new favorite top coat, Revlon Quick Dry Top Coat. I like this stuff better than Such Feet. It doesn't have as many nasty chemicals. It dries very fast. It leaves a what is on my nail there. It leaves a nice shiny finish, and between the 2 of these, I can go 1.5 to 2 weeks without really needing to repaint my nails beyond like touching up my tips maybe, which is fabulous, I think. But so I started with the Orly Bonder, and then for the base I did all of my nails in Steady as She Rose by OPI. And then I did my left hand first, and I started with the nail art, and then I went into the French tips after that. So I did the orange in Bang from Ulta. This is from one of their collections a year ago maybe, so I don't know that the color still exists. The yellow is Sunsational, S-U-N-sational, also from Ulta. And you can see the difference in sizes because this one's a mini from a collection and this is a full. And then I used China Glaze in Death Defying, which is from this past December-January's Cirque du Soleil collection, and you can still find some of the colors. There's also something similar in Sinful that is like part of the permanent collection, so you can get this color a number of ways. But this one is from the Cirque du Soleil collection, which you may or may not be able to find. This is from Elf. There you go, Elf. I don't know if you can see that because the bottle is very dark. And the color is Green Machine, and this was from a collection I got for Christmas, so I don't know if it's sold on its own or not. So that was the first hand. So I did the accent nail and then did the 4 French tips. And then on this hand, I started off with a pink nail art pen by Diamond Cosmetics in Urban Legend, and I think this is from a nail art kit I got from Urban Outfitters, but I guess it could have been something from the dollar store. I can't remember. I'm just seeing the word urban and thinking it might be from the Urban Outfitters line, but it could just be something from the dollar store. It doesn't really say much more to me than that, so I'm not really 100% sure where this came from, but the color is Urban Legend. The blue is one of my favorite blues this season. You've seen me wear it a lot. It is Can't Find My Checkbook, Czech like Czechoslovakia, and it's from OPI's Year Essential collection, which is still available right now in most stores. The purple is from Zoya. It is the color Nika, N-E-E-K-A. And it's the only color that really has any glitter, but it was the shade of purple I wanted. And you can't really see the glitter on the nail unless you're in bright sunlight, so that didn't bother me too much. The red is Red Santa, and this was from one of the holiday collections, so I don't know if it's still able to be found or not. I found it on clearance a month or two ago at Sally's Beauty Supply after Christmas, so I don't know if it's something they bring back every year or even if it was from this year's collection. So that was the accent nail there, and the black's a little darker, so it looks more of a mess because I'm right-handed, so my left hand always looks worse. That's why I usually show you my left hand in the video, but they're different this time. So, and then I did my 4 French tips. And once everything dried, I did the black striping polish. This is Stripe Right So Easy from Sally's Beauty Supply, and I just kind of outlined my fingers, and I've had an injury to my middle finger recently, and so it's not flexing as much, which makes holding anything a little bit harder to begin with. And then I'm right-handed, so my left hand doesn't go as well here, so it's kind of a mess. But I did that for the accent nails, and I topped everything off with the Revlon quick dry top coat. And I did take a dotting tool, and I took the thicker side. This particular dotting tool is from Avon. It was a gift to me, and I just dotted into the colors when trying to get the shape of the puzzle piece to make it come down instead of being just a little square, because I started with 4 squares of color and then tried to block them into each other so you can see it a little bit. But that is everything I used to make my nail art. So I had fun making my nails match the tour stop of these 4 great authors. Maybe it didn't come out the way I wanted, but it was fun to do, and I think that's a big part of what counts. And just because I'm crazy and I want to share my silliness with you, Sarah Maas here, I'd heard about her book maybe 2 years or so before it was published. It took a really long time to get published once she had a deal, but I was following her blog, and she would always shout out when her friends got publishing deals, and one of her friends, Kat Zhang, was one of the authors who she was friends with who got a publishing deal. And so I was following Kat online before her books were published, and there's another author that Sarah introduced me to, and you can see how the book keeps falling down here. I had to prop it with books, and so because I'm silly, you can see that I took the books of Bridget Kemmerer and put them up behind it, so I've got Spirit and Spark and Storm down there, and Sarah Maas introduced me to her as well. So I actually bought the Throne of Glass and Spirit on the same receipt. I read Throne of Glass last year, but I was waiting to see if the paperback looked better or if I'd have to import it from the UK, because I really wasn't a huge fan of the hardcover edition of this book. So I kind of also am geeky and liking that they're on the same receipt. So I just had to share my silliness with you, because I had to prop this with books to get it to stand, and it's not standing now that it's windy, but it's Bridget Kemmerer books behind there because Sarah Maas introduced me to her too. So not to go completely off topic there or anything, but so these are my nails for the week. And I hope you had as much fun as I did. I can't wait to do more book-related nail art in the future. And thanks for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!